Everybody, back to another video, and as you can see by the title, I'm back in my beloved Kyiv. So been back here for a couple of days. Been pretty fortunate. About 3 days before I got back, there was some missile strikes relatively close to my apartment, but since I've been back, there hasn't even been an air raid siren go off. So I imagine the first time I hear that, it'll probably scare me pretty good. So right now I'm just kind of walking around the city, getting my feel for what's changed. A lot of things have changed. A lot of people are gone. A lot of things are not open anymore. I'm going to make my first stop here at the Friendship Arch. I'll spin around here. If you go back through my videos, you'll see one of my earlier videos I did on the Friendship Arch, flew my drone all around it, yada, yada, yada. One of the things I've read, you see people standing up here. They started taking down some of the Soviet monuments all across Ukraine. Now, it's been quite a bit of time since any statues of like Lenin or Stalin have been in Ukraine. But still, this was there was a statue here, and it was two men holding up a symbol, and then on the symbol it had the hammer and sickle. And so everything like that is starting to come down across Ukraine. In fact, tensions have been stressed for quite a while between the two countries. This was the Friendship Arch, which was given to Ukraine from Russia. And when the war started in the east in 2014, you can see a crack was painted in it to basically show the stress in the relations between the two countries. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit, see how some things have changed, and see what just see what it's like to be back home under wartime condition. It makes me wonder down like the Motherland statue. You know, it's a big stainless steel. Basically, their version of the Statue of Liberty was given to them by Russia, and it still has a hammer and sickle on the shield. I wonder what the plans are to take that down. There's monuments all over the city that still have the hammer and sickle, you know, that represent some symbolism of communism on them. So I'm wondering what they're going to do with all these, because that's kind of been a source of contention in Ukraine, because you don't want to, you know, disrespect and deny the past, but at the same time, as I talked about in some of my earlier videos, Ukraine wants a completely separate identity from when it was part of the Soviet Union. So it'll be interesting to see how these things go forward. And sorry about the shirt. It was nice and cold out this morning, so I just took a shirt that had been folded up, threw it on, and I take my jacket off because it's hot, and it looks like I jumped on a wrinkle grenade. So we'll get past that, keep on moving. On Maidan, things look considerably different down here. So you'll notice the concrete barriers that they had placed in the road previously, as they were worried about the Russians coming into the city, and the tank spikes also everywhere. Sadly enough, the big Cossack statues and the water fountains are kind of encased in marble. And just like in Lviv, you'll see like sandbags protecting the windows, statues wrapped up, church windows boarded up. So kind of sad, but the city is functioning again. I'll get her, walk around the corner here. You can see there are people out. A lot of the stores are closed. Unfortunately, the big mall that goes under Kyiv Street here, it's not open. And so I have to get used to a couple things. The big boiler for the hot water in my building runs on gas, and I guess Russia shut gas off. I wasn't really paying attention to that. So our building doesn't have hot water. Thankfully, my apartment has a small boiler, so it's enough for me to get a shower and you know, do dishes and stuff when I need to. So I had to make some adjustments to life back here. But hopefully, as we go through the summer and the war, hopefully will start to dwindle down and you know, decrease. Hopefully life will get back to normal here, because I sure miss being in the city. In Poland, I was watching some of the live cams down here on Maidan and some of the other streets, like up on top of the hill by St. Michael's Cathedral. All these tank spikes, things were out in the road. You kind of had to do the S turn through them, and they had checkpoints all over the place. A friend of mine was back here in the city about 10 days ago, and he said, you know, when you get back prepared, you constantly have to go through a checkpoint and show your ID. I haven't had to go through a single checkpoint. All the ones that I see set up are unmanned right now. So it's a sign that, you know, things are starting to maybe return to normal a little bit. So we'll keep walking. A couple of you send me messages, emails, and messages to ask about volunteering, either maybe here in the city or back on the border. I've set a couple of you up with some contacts for volunteering, but I just saw this, so I'll spin this around. Hopefully the sun's not in the way. International Volunteer Center. I can't tell if the sun's in the way or not. You know, I can't see what I'm filming, so I'll take a photo of this. So if anybody has any questions, I can email this to them with the emails and phone number contacts if you want to volunteer over here or on the border in Poland, on the border in Romania, on the border in Slovakia, just anywhere. Was just filming this, I just realized the country flag's hanging above it. It's like the US, been 2 killed here. Georgia, it's been 9 killed, 131 here. Don't know how many injured, so I didn't see that right in front of my face. 1 killed from Ireland, 1 killed from, oh good grief, what is this one on the end? I should know this. next to Slovakia. It's not Colombia. Somebody, Bulgaria. Somebody help me out. So this is it's pretty sad, but fortunately there's not many numbers on the flags. A lot of the flags are blank, so there hasn't been anybody killed, so that's a good sign. Guys, something real quick. The big mall right across the street, Zoom, it's closed right now. But on the other side of the street, this little stand here, something kind of called a perpichka. I had one yesterday. They're like a donut that's not sweet with a hot dog inside. They're 30 hryvnia, which is just under $1 right now. And there's always a line outside of people waiting on these. So if you're ever here, be sure to stop by and get one. They're pretty good. So I stood in that line so I could get one of the perpichkas and show you guys what it's like. See, it is like it's like a fried donut with a hot dog inside. The donut's just it's a little bit sweet, but it's not like a sugar donut. So I braved the line, stood there just so I could show you. Okay, I got two. I had two. So I really had to make sure they were as good as I say they were. They are. So if you're here, definitely stop and get one or two. So I'm all the way down at the end of Kyiv Street by the Bezarabka Market and Arena City. And I started a video telling you they were taking down communist statues all over. So this was a statue of Lenin's head. It even still says Lenin in Cyrillic. This was actually taken down in 2014 during the Maidan Revolution, and the Trizub, the Ukrainian trident national symbol, has been erected in its place. It did have one of the Banderas flags, or Ukrainian insurgent army flag, up there forever. But since I was down here, I thought I would show you that, like I told you, things have been coming down. Communist statues have been coming down across Ukraine since 2014 especially. It's just escalated. But funny enough, many times I've been down here, I've never walked across the street to look at the actual pedestal. So there it is. I'm up here at the top of the hill in Maidan by St. Michael's Golden Cathedral, which you can see in the background there. And here's one of the checkpoints that they're not using. But previously we're up and you had to go through them all. You can see the sandbags are still everywhere. Even the statues here, just like when I did the video in Lviv, all the statues are wrapped in sandbag. Anything try to protect them from the shrapnel. Here in the corner is the Intercontinental Hotel. This is where the International Press Corps is all stationed. In fact, there's the NBC van right there, the black van. Usually at night when you see the Western media, what's the word I'm looking for? When you see them broadcast, up on the corner, there's like half of a tent, so white up there. Usually that's where they're broadcasting in the evening and then in the morning, because you can usually see the golden domes of St. Michael's in the background. So a lot of times you'll see a bunch of the press corps. I saw this morning that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was in town. I doubt she was out walking around, so I saw her. She met with Zelensky. Yeah, okay, whatever, I'll just leave it at that. Okay, keep going. I'm back up by the Lukiniska District. So there's not really any, what you would consider strategic targets around here, so the checkpoints and tank spikes and all that aren't really anywhere. So just learning some more things about the city. Most of the gyms are closed, unfortunately. The bank ATMs, bank machines, stop working at a certain time of the night. Bars close at 9. Uh-oh. What is that? Oh. Hi, girl. I think maybe somebody missed me. Hi, baby girl. Oh, let's go. I got her a treat, too. Oh yeah. Oh, I missed you, too. Yeah, where you going? This isn't the first time I've seen her since I got back. I've seen her a couple times. She still won't let me touch her. But I got a treat for her, so I'm going to be back in a little bit. Anyway, back to where I was saying, I didn't expect her to be standing there, so she caught me off guard. So just learning when things are open, what's open, when things close. Have to, it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period, so I'm just kind of deciding how well I can adjust to life back here again. And I know that wind's probably pretty bad, so turn it off. I'll go ahead and close this out. As I said before, a lot of businesses closed. A lot of people, left, so their workers weren't here, so they just closed. See lines at gas stations like crazy. A lot of gas stations out of gas. See cars out of gas on the side of the road. People have, 1 gallon fuel cans. 1 gallon fuel cans, trying to put fuel in them, get them started, to get them, I guess, maybe back home. So city's got some problems, but it's coming back to life. And hopefully, as we move into summer, we'll see a semblance of what Kyiv was like before the invasion. So my initial walkthrough, I'll be doing some more videos as usual, or as always. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon.